As you can imagine, this is when things got really out of control. Luckily, those guys were interested in knowing what we'd found out. Otherwise, I doubt they'd have let us live. Of course, that blow to the head knocked me out, and I didn't know what was going on for quite a while. When I came to, I realized that we were flying in a helicopter. My head ached and pounded, and when Gina told me what happened to Clive, well, I felt absolutely awful to know they'd done away with him. I couldn't stop thinking that if I hadn't gone to the museum that night, he'd still be alive. I did my best to get over it, and decided that feeling sorry for him would get us nowhere. The sad truth was that I'd have the same fate as Clive if I didn't come up with a plan. The instinct for survival and a desire for revenge took over my thoughts, and I totally forgot about Clive. A bit later, the helicopter began to descend. I could see we were landing in a desert area in the middle of what looked like an old oil field. We were taken out of the helicopter and put inside of an old cabin. It was pretty obvious they were mainly interested in Gina. As soon as we got in the cabin, they tied her to a chair and started to beat the living daylights out of me. They put me to sleep once again with a well-aimed pistol whip at the back of my neck. When I woke up, I was all turned around and I thought my head was going to explode. Ouch! Oh, my aching head. Those wretched thugs smacked me up good. I swear these insane murderers are gonna pay for this. On top of it all, they stole everything I had on me. My wallet, my car keys, my piece of amber. Everything. I'll try to get my stuff back. But the first thing I've got to do is find out what they've done with Gina and try to get out of this huge mess in one piece. There's a fairly large crack in the middle of the door.
I'm starting to lose my temper, Gina. I want answers. And I want them now.
I already told you everything I know. I was just with Johnny for a second or two, and he didn't tell me anything.
You need a manicure, doll? Hold on. I'll go look for some pliers.
Leave me alone. You're just a bunch of filthy murderers.
I have to help Gina. Those animals are capable of doing anything. It's one of those blower thingies that people once used to get the fire to burn hotter. I may be needing this. What? This is my shirt! Those jerks tore it to shreds! They couldn't even sell this at a secondhand store. An all-purpose cleanser. I'll take it with me, but there's no way I'm cleaning this pigsty up. It's just filled with junk. Most of it's all old and worn out. It's a chamois. This might come in handy. It's made of iron, so it should be sturdy and resistant. Yeah, this should come in handy. Fresh Bubbles, the soft drink preferred by more Americans. It's just filled with junk. Most of it's all old and worn out. The glass is so filthy the light can barely get through. It fell off the coat rack on the wall. I may be needing this. Fresh Bubbles, the soft drink preferred by more Americans. It weighs a ton. There's no way I can get it to move if it's full. There isn't even a can of soda, but it's full of huge blocks of ice. Done. Now the chamois can be used for cleaning. Okay, that way I can get the sun to come in through the window. Let's wipe it clean. Wow, hard to believe the layer of dirt on there. Let the sun shine in. Plugged in and seems to work since the freezer is on. Done that. Now it'll start to defrost. All right, now that the power to the freezer's been cut off, the lid is open and the sun is shining in on the blocks of ice. I think it'll defrost in a jiffy. It's been a while. Let me see. The ice is completely melted, but now the freezer's full of water. Yeah, that's how I'll empty the water out of the freezer. Okay, it looks like it's all empty now. Okay, here we go. I think I can move it now that it's empty. Cool, a trap door. I knew it! Something was telling me the solution was hiding under that heavy freezer. Yes, I'll try to pry the padlock off. Done! Now I can get the heck out of this wretched cabin. Now that I got the padlock off, I can open it with no trouble. Alright, I think I can slip out under the cabin. I'll be careful not to go out through the front so they don't catch me. Here we go! I made it out. I'll hide behind those rocks and think about what to do next.
Hello! What rock did you climb out from under, handsome?
Hi,
He's here to rescue us, girls! We're saved!
to rescue you, but I thought I was the one.
Did that lizard Jules send you?
Jules? Wait, hold on. I don't know what you're talking about. I just escaped from that cabin there. Some mafia thugs were holding me prisoner. Me and my, a friend of mine. You've got to help me set her free. Her life is in danger.
I was just in that cabin a while ago. We saw a chopper fly in, and I went there to ask for help. But some guy with an eye patch told me to do an about face and never come back there if I didn't want to become buzzard food.
Listen, cutie, we're in a jam here too. We are artistes on a nationwide tour, and our bus broke down a week ago. We've been stuck in this godforsaken desert all this time.
Our driver Jules, who accompanied us on tour, went for help. And well, we haven't heard from Jules again. I bet that jerk took off with all the money we gave him and left us out here to become cactus fertilizer.
Jules said he knew of a shortcut through this hot desert, and that we'd get to Las Vegas much faster his way.
I bet the swindler had it all planned out. I bet he broke the bus himself to steal our money and leave us here with the rattlesnakes.
Well, I see you're not doing much better than me. but I'm sure we can work together to find a way out of here. The most important thing to me is freeing Gina. Those guys are dangerous and might do away with her at any moment. And you girls have to help me.
Don't get me wrong, but I trust guys like you less and less every day. Who is this Gina woman? Why are they holding her captive in that cabin? Who are those guys you say you're running from? And most importantly, who are you?
It's a long story, and we're running out of time. Believe me, I'm one of the good guys, and I can assure you they're the bad guys. Will you help me? By the way, my name's Brian.
Hi, I'm Carla.
And I'm Mariola. Charmed.
And I'm Lula, and hey, we're with you on this, you big hunk. We'll help you out. Do you have a plan, dear?
A plan?
Of course, a plan to free your girlfriend and get us innocent lambs out of here.
She's not my girlfriend, and, well, I haven't thought of a plan yet.
She's not your girlfriend.
A handsome man like you with no girlfriend?
You don't like women much. That's it, isn't it?
Okay, she is my girlfriend. And I think I do have a plan. Just let me think a while and let the plan develop.
Develop. In the meantime, I'm gonna rehearse my new dance move.
Yeah, and I'm going to get back to my tan.
And I'm going to rest for a while. I'm simply exhausted.
Got it. Hey, don't you want to hear my plan?
Why don't you just wait until you got everything ready? Okay, Luscious?
Okay. Don't wear yourselves out, girls. Okay, first of all, let's go over the plan again. You've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina, and we'll escape through the trap door. When those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. Somehow locking the bad guys inside the cabin so they can't come after us. Last of all, part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert, so going on foot is out. I can't waste a single moment. Gina's life is in jeopardy. Let's get down to work. One of those typical prop trunks that actors and singers use. I think I'll take a look and see what's inside. A basketball! It's deflated and needs some stitching, but it might be of use. Wow! What a sweet setup they've got here. Very chic. I like it. I see Carla's lying down and back. It looks like a handle to something, like a flashlight maybe. It wasn't a flashlight after all. It's a handheld vacuum. I know I can use this. They're nice. It's okay. I'm sure the girls have plenty. Maybe I'll show how thoughtful I am by giving them to Gina as a present. It's full of necklaces. It's full of lipstick. Well, I'll just grab whichever. I don't plan on using any myself, but I might use it for something else. A bunch of rings and earrings. I don't want to take any of that stuff. Excuse me, Carla?
Yes, honey.
You look exhausted.
Utterly, darling. Listen, I was a bit indisposed when I woke up yesterday because of some stomach trouble, so I took a pill I keep just for these occasions. The trouble is, I forgot you can't mix the pills with alcohol because they knock you out. So I had a Turkish passion in the evening. I invented that nectar-like delight, by the way. Ooh, sister, you can't imagine what happened. It's like I was frozen in space. My graceful body seemed to weigh a ton. Just horrid. I'm feeling a tad better today, but I'm still a bit peaked. I need to get some beauty sleep.
Are you gastrically challenged?
Well, look, they're just momentary bouts of pain. You know, once in a while, you overburden your system and things go out of whack.
I just happen to have a bit of heartburn. You wouldn't let me try one of those pills you take, would you?
Darn, I just ran out. When I went to take one yesterday, there were only 2 left in the bottle. I took one and dropped the other one, which fell through that grating on the floor.
And you say that if you mix those pills with alcohol, it knocks you out cold?
Let me tell you, honey, that mix is a time bomb, and the effects last for hours.
You mentioned the Turkish passion. What's in that?
Oh, that's a woman's secret, my love. My delectable blends are renowned. That Turkish passion is one of my personal favorites, but I've created many more. There's the Gentle Frenzy, Black Autumn, Love Juice, Brandy Alexandra. Anyway, there's a million, and they'll all drive you wild.
Can you think of any way to set my friend Gina free and get us all out of here?
Listen, sweetie pie, I'm in no condition to be thinking. But besides brawn, you seem to have brains, so I'm sure you'll dream something up. What I can tell you is not to trust that Gina girl much. She's got more lizard in her than my nicest purse.
Have you been together for long? Lula, Mariola, and you?
Mariola and I have been together for over 15 years. Back then, our stage name was Hernandez and Fernandez. Times were crazy, and our show was just divine. About 5 years back, we met Lula and created the Divas. Since then, we've acted as a threesome on the best stages this country has to offer. We've been a huge success.
I'll let you get some rest, Carla. See ya.
Toodaloo, cutie!
Good idea. Maybe I can find the pill that Carla dropped. I'll open up the vacuum cleaner bag and see if Lady Luck is on my side. Bingo! Here's the pill. There. Let's just say, stellar? Yeah, that's the word, stellar. It looks like shoe repair thread, and there's a needle next to it. I'll take the needle too. Maybe I can use it somewhere. Okay, I'll try to stitch it. Well, that turned out better than I expected. Let's see if I can blow it up with this doohickey. It worked! You can't even tell where I stitched it up. airplane graveyard. And as far as I can tell, most of them are military aircraft. From around the time of World War II, I'd say. It's a little rusty, but I bet it might still work if I grease it up. It's a bit old, but it might save me from any other punches. It's in good shape, and I could actually use it if I find some bullets to fill it up. I think there's someone over there. I'm afraid he's not one of the good guys. He looks like a buff type of guy that might shoot you in the back. He must be guarding that barn or something. I can't let him see me. I'll take a peek through that crack there. Inside is the chopper they used to bring us to this desert. Of course. Now I understand why that lummox is there. They're using the barn as a hangar and he's guarding it. I'll enter through the rear window.
Plunk.
It's a beer can. Excellent choice. If what Carla told me about the effects of the pill being mixed with alcohol is right, this guy will go out like a light, fast. But it's impossible to do it without him noticing. I have to distract him somehow in order to stick the pill into the can behind his back.
Good beer, I tell you. I bet no one can get as many cans in a row into the basket as me. Made it. No one could beat me at this sport. Made it. No.
Why bother the woman when she's so relaxed? She's in the midst of an intense canning session. Lula! I need your help. There's a hot athlete I want to distract. And if you're the stud magnet I think you are, you may be the woman for the job.
What's this about a hot stud, you adorable little troublemaker?
Look, that guy thinks he's king of the court. And he needs a gal like you to teach him a lesson. If you could just...
Sounds deliciously tempting, but I'm busy.
But...
I don't stalk men like Mariola.
Shoot. I guess flattery won't get me as far as I thought. Yeah, there's something to that idea. Maybe I can get Lula to admit who she really is and get her to distract the muscle man in the barn. Lula, come look!
Hey, big boy, I didn't know you liked sports. Where did you get that basketball? Throw it to Lula. This is the ball from the first match I won my first title at.
I knew it. Give up the act, sister. You're Lou Lemaire, aren't you? And I see you can still work wonders with a basketball.
Of course, I've still got the magic touch. Why do you think I was named most valuable player in the league 3 years in a row?
Too bad that all went by the wayside when you messed up that last basket in the 95 finals, huh?
It was a personal foul, for goodness sake. That vision impaired bat of a referee didn't see it. Those journalist leeches looked the other way. Everyone in the whole pavilion was blinded by my grandeur. But it was a personal foul.
Okay. Pipe down, Lula. That's all in the past now. Best not to stir up old memories. After all, who hasn't missed a basket at some point? When completely alone under the basket? While vying to win the NBA Finals? It really isn't that important.
Dare you insinuate that there was no foul,
No, of course not. Of course there was a foul. On purpose, too. What's important now is you've got to help me out by distracting that guy I told you about. Being who you are, you won't have any problem with a little competition hooping cans into a bucket, will you? I'm sure you'll beat him easy, and that way you can soften the Studley thing up a bit.
All right, you win. But with two conditions. One, that all that hearsay about my past remains entre nous. I really want to protect Carla and Mariola from this. And two, well, look. Ever since that personal foul that kept me from making that basket in the finals, I've been drained of my self-confidence. I'll probably prance up to the sky, and I won't know what to say or do. So, you have to come along and talk for me.
But that's impossible. I can't let him catch sight of me or he'll recognize me. He has to have seen me when they brought me in the helicopter.
Yes, I understand. Well, I've got it. Listen, dear, we have some of those cutesy little receivers you place inside your ear. They blend in entirely. We use them for some of our cabaret acts. Here's the plan. I stick it in, and you use the walkie-talkie to whisper my lines to me. Tell me you love the idea?
I guess it's okay. Let's try it.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? This is private property, so you better vacate the premises.
Well, you see, didn't you say he was an Adonis?
Calm down, Lula. Tell him you were just passing through, that you saw what nice hoops he was shooting into the tank, and he's not bad.
Well, as I said, I was passing along and saw you toss some cans at that tank. And I said to myself, ooh, this guy's pretty hot. At basketball, that is.
Pretty hot? Very hot, you mean? I don't think you'll come across anyone that can shoot hoops like me.
Tell him you're not so bad yourself. Challenge him to throw from further away. That way, he'll get out of the way, and I can come right on in.
Well, to tell you the truth, hot stuff, I can shoot baskets just as well as you can. And from even further away.
Yeah, right. You must be joking, aren't you? You don't really think you can beat me?
Follow me if you dare, and I'll show you.
I shouldn't leave my post, but Rocco Wallace is always willing to take on a challenge. I'll laugh my head off teaching this ditz a lesson.
Anyway, I see there are quite a few empty cans around here. Ooh, look at this.
How about that? I have to admit you ain't bad, but I can do better.
Watch
I have to
me
take
and
advantage of this
weep,
nice
dog.
moment of privacy to do whatever I need
The
to do.
ultimate, with my eyes shut.
Good shot.
The ultimate.
Okay,
My
I can
eyes
spike the
shut.
beer now that the gorilla's left his cage. There we go. I hope he finishes that can before opening another. I think he's coming back. Better take off so Biceps Boy doesn't find me and ruin everything at the last moment. Cross your fingers.
Man, That last sip of beer was a killer. I think I'm losing it. I better have another drink.
Congratulations, it worked! He is so tired he can barely move. Hey pal, what? Feeling drowsy, are we?
What are you doing here, Pipsqueak? I don't know how you got out of the cabin, but as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna grind you into hamburger meat. Just wait for this dizzy spell to pass, and you're gonna get it.
You're in no state to be threatening anyone, Mac. When you snap out of it, if you do, we'll be long gone. Okay, we can't waste a second. I'll go open the barn door. That chopper will get us all out of this dust bowl. Let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina, and we'll escape through the trap door. When those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. Somehow locking the bad guys inside the cabin so they can't come after us. Last of all, part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert, so going on foot is out. And to get away, we can use the helicopter. Don't really know who's gonna fly the thing.
You better head straight for the cabin before Gustav and Fyodor realize you ran away,
Yum, peanut
weakling.
butter. All right, maybe it will be useful at some point. I'd better carry it with the lid on.
Yeah, keep that jaw away from me. It's dangerous.
Dangerous? This mere little glass jar? And here I thought you were a tough guy.
It's not the jaw that's dangerous. It's the wild ants in this area.
Ants?
Yeah, they go berserk over peanut butter.
Listen, you're worse off than I thought.
Think whatever you like, moron. See that wood left over behind there? It was a nice old rocking chair. A few days ago, I left a jar of peanut butter open on it. And when I came back a few hours later, the rocking chair was just as you see it now, with a million ants all over it.
Yeah, whatever you say. It reminds me of one my dad used to have in the backyard. As a kid, I'd entertain myself by banging on it with a baseball bat. The truth is, I was a bit wild in those years. Yeah, it'd be nice for me to relive old times and unleash some of that pent-up rage I hold within.
I can hardly move.
It's very therapeutic, I assure you. It reminds me of one my dad used to have in the backyard. As a kid, I'd entertain myself by banging on it with a baseball bat. The truth is, I was a bit wild in those years. It's one of the footrests from the motorcycle. It fell off when I hit it with the crowbar. I may be needing this.
You're lower than pond scum. If I find out you had something to do with the way I'm feeling, get ready to suffer.
I think it's the axle of the device that opens and closes the bus door. But it's strange. The crank that the driver uses to turn the axle is missing. I don't think that's a good plan. Yeah, I think they'll fit together somehow. Perfect! Now the lever's as good as new. I'm lucky it fit onto the axle so well. It works! The door closed. It's a pocket of leather stuck to the door. I guess it's meant to hold the bus keys or something like that. Let's see what's inside. This could be useful. It has a security closure system. You need a key to get it open. Let's see if I'm lucky, and this key is the one to the fridge. Well, let's see what we've got here. I'll grab the butter. Looks like Carla didn't even notice, but I locked the door again just in case. It's one of those folding doors that are common on buses. I'm lucky it fit onto the axle so well. Wow, looks like the railroad tracks come all the way up to here. Although judging by the look of that train car, the tracks must be from the 1800s. It's old, but seems like it's still strong and sturdy. Let's see what's inside. Yuck! Ugh! It doesn't smell very good in here. One is closed and the others are empty. I don't know. It must have tar or something like that inside. This barrel here is the only one that's closed. Let's see if I can get it open. I wonder what's inside. Peanuts! I wonder how long they've been in the barrel. It's chock full of screws. I think it's one of the ones they used to build the train tracks. No, I'm not going to take the whole bucket full, but I will take one screw. It's long, so it might be good for something. Yeah, I think the top of the screw might fit right into the opening on the peg. Presto! They fit together so well that I'll never be able to pull them apart again. That doesn't make sense. I don't think that's a good plan. Better not walk in front of the cabin. If those thugs find me out, who knows what they'll do. Just a bunch of old tires. I don't want them. I'd love to rock myself to sleep, but now's no time for a nap. The idea of going back in there doesn't amuse me at all, but I guess I have to. I don't want it to break. And fill the jar with normal butter? No, anyone could tell it's not genuine peanut butter. I don't want it to break. And fill the jar with normal butter? No, anyone could tell it's not genuine peanut butter. And fill the jar with normal butter? No, anyone could tell it's not genuine peanut butter. I don't want it to break. Yeah! I can use the helmet as a pot to melt the butter. Okay, I'll put the peanuts in. Great, now all I have to do is heat it up so everything melts together nice and smooth. And ta-da! I'll have whipped up a lovely batch of peanut butter. Good thinking! With the sun beating down on the freezer lid, it must be hot enough to fry an egg. Perfect for making that tasty peanut butter. Let's leave it on the burner a bit longer so that it melts into a smooth cream. I can use the spatula from the jar of real peanut butter to stir the mixture. Well, it's not real peanut butter, but I think it'll pass. And the color is certainly just like the real thing. All right, I might use it for something. Well, it seems like a harebrained scheme, but why not? Can't hurt to try. Let's see. Let's see if those ants show any sign of life. Jeez! Unbelievable! This isn't happening. Wild beasts! Absolutely amazing! They've munched up the shack into a pile of sawdust. Luckily, the things inside have remained intact. There's enough dynamite to blow this whole place up. I better walk carefully with this stuff on me. I don't get it. Sure, I can use this to drill a hole in the barrel, no problem, but I need something to pour the gunpowder into when it starts spurting out. Aha! I'll place the bucket at the bottom of the barrel so the gunpowder falls in when I screw the hole into the barrel. I've got it! I'll drill a hole in the barrel so the gunpowder falls out into the bucket. Sweet! Now the bucket's full of gunpowder. It's all cool. There's enough gunpowder here to last quite a while. I like that idea. Turning harmless lipstick into a high-caliber bullet. Yeah! Here we go. I'll dab a little gunpowder on the base. Ready. No need to put any more gunpowder on it. I don't like that idea. You won't get anywhere doing that. That doesn't make sense. I don't like that idea. They're all empty. It's almost full of gunpowder. It's almost full of gunpowder. Well, let's see how well it fits. Perfect! Now let's see if I can make some more bullets to finish filling up the belt. If I hadn't seen what those ants... Yes, I'm taking them all. With all these, I can make a bunch of bullets. All right, with all this lipstick, I can make 100 pursefuls of bullets. Ready. There was just enough gunpowder to fill up all the lipstick holders. All right, I'll fill up the bullet belt. They just slide in. Huh, what a coincidence. There's exactly the same number of bullets as empty slots. Wow, an oil well. It seems pretty old. I bet it's been running for years. Fine plan. If I choose the right moment to blow up the well, I can draw the goons' attention. Let's put the dynamite in place. The detonator goes behind this rock, which is perfect for protecting me from the blast. Let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina, and we'll escape through the trap door. When those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. Somehow locking the bad guys inside the cabin so they can't come after us. Last of all, part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert, so going on foot is out. We'll grab their attention by blowing up the oil well at just the right time. Yeah, I like the idea of tinting the lenses so it looks darker through them. Let's try. Done. Tanning oil. I suppose Mariola took them off so she wouldn't get a tan line. No, I already have the ones I took from the bus, and they're practically the same. You won't get anywhere doing that. I don't like that idea. Good idea. That way Mariola will think she has a darker tan. Careful, she better not notice. Why bother the woman when she's so relaxed? She's in the midst of an intense tanning session. Why bother the woman when she's in the midst? Mariola, do you mind if I borrow your tanning oil?
Oh, all right, take it. I think I already have a luscious tan. Tell me, honey, don't you find me irresistible?
Oh yeah, you're one hot babe with that tan. Thanks for the suntan oil. I don't plan on lying out in the sun, but I might need it for something else. It's not the best kind of oil to grease it up with, but it should work. All right, I think it'll work now. Let's see how that works. Perfect. The cabin is within shooting range. Well, here we go. A-okay. Now the machine gun is ready for firing whenever I might need it. Let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina, and we'll escape through the trap door. When those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. Somehow locking the bad guys inside the cabin so they can't come after us. Last of all, part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert, so going on foot is out. We'll use the machine gun to keep them pinned inside the house. Everything is ready then. I'll go talk with the girls and put the plan in motion. Girls, listen to me. I've got something important to tell you. I have some good news and some bad news. Which do you want to hear first?
Oh, dear boy, start with the good news, please.
I've cooked up the perfect plan to set Gina free and get us all out of here. I'll need a bit of cooperation on your behalf, but it'll be easy, so don't worry.
So what about that bad news, darling?
Well, let's see. Do any of you know how to fly a helicopter?
A helicopter?
A helicopter?
Calm down, on, girls. It's no problem. Sergeant Hewitt reporting, sir. Reconnaissance pilot from the Bravo Division, sir. Windward Regiment, 2nd Battalion, Charlie, United States Marines, sir.
You're a Marine? Oh, that's awesome, Carla. I would have never guessed. Very well then, there's no time to waste. Go get your things and take them to the chopper. Then I'll explain the details of the plan and tell each of you what your mission is. Oh, and one more thing. Remember that we're flying out on a helicopter that doesn't hold all the stuff you've got in the bus. Please, just take what you need. Oh, good thing you brought just the essentials. And hey, you don't expect us to be taking the bodybuilder along too, do you?
He's really a nice boy, Brian. He just needs someone to set him on the right path.
Us girls will take care of that. The poor guy just needs a chance in life. We'll give him just what he deserves.
Okay, whatever you gals want. The important thing is this. Listen. First, we're going to cause an explosion in that oil well to distract the one-eyed guy and his sidekick. You're in charge of that, Mariola. Don't worry, it'll be simple. I've got it all planned out. You just have to activate the detonator and run to the helicopter, okay?
And how will I know when to push the button?
We'll use radio transmitters. You'll each be wearing one, and I'll give you instructions over the walkie-talkie. Lula, are there enough transmitters?
Yes, sweetie pie, no problem. There are more than enough.
Perfect, then. Lula, we'll be taking advantage of your excellent marksmanship, so use the machine gun I set up for you in the airplane graveyard. It's got a great clear shot to the cabin. If the plan goes off without a hitch, the oil well will blow up and those thugs will run out of the cabin to find out what happened, which is when I slip in and free Gina. All right, when the thugs go back inside, you'll start to shoot at the cabin to keep them from running after us, since they'll have realized that Gina's gone. Understood?
Understood! It's gonna be so much fun to slaughter those pigs, but when do I make a run for the helicopter?
Let's see, you'll still be too far from here, and you've got to give us cover while we retreat. Mariola, Gina, and I will be on board the helicopter. We'll take off and go pick you up at the plane cemetery.
Okay, but don't forget about me.
Calm down, nobody's staying on land. Carla, you'll start up the engines as soon as Mariola gets back from the oil well, okay? Yoo-hoo, Carla!
Huh? Oh yeah, sorry. I was just going over this flight manual.
Flight manual? Carla, are you sure you know how to fly this bird?
Why, of course. I was just reviewing certain concepts. I've got more in-flight hours than a bald eagle.
And just about the same hairdo, you old hag.
Your insides are just eaten up with jealousy.
Come on, girls, don't claw each other's eyes out. Carla, we have 100% faith in you. In our prayers, too.
This is so exciting, girls. I feel like I'm on Charlie's Angels.
Okay, enough talk. Everyone get in position. Good luck to everyone. And to myself. Okay, let's make sure everything's set up. Hey, Mariola, are you in position?
Oh, yes, of course. Ready.
Okay, wait for my signal. Lula, are you ready?
Ready when you are, and mad about going into combat.
Perfect. Just stay alert. Carla, all set?
In position, sir. Sergeant Hewitt, prepared for takeoff.
Very good. You pay attention, too. A-okay. It's time. Let the party begin. Mariola, blow up that well.
What in the world was that?
Oh man, they blew up the bell.
I don't like this one bit. We gotta call the Sandrettis.
The girl's gone.
That's impossible, crazy broad. Take cover! We're being ambushed!
Fast, Lula, climb on board. Come on, Carla, get us out of here.
Ooh, careful with that plane, Carla.
Pull up!
Oh!
Wait, what's the matter now?
I broke a fingernail activating that damn detonator.
What a getaway, huh? You can't deny it. It was amazing! The helicopter ride? Well, let's just say it was pretty intense. Carla hadn't piloted a plane for years, and I admit my palms were a bit sweaty. But the important thing is that she got us to the part of Arizona where the Hopi people live. We thought we'd find more information on the weird crucifix there. Fortunately, I got the crucifix back along with the rest of my stuff when I went into the cabin to save Gina. And luckily the girls had all their wardrobe with them so they could lend Gina and me some clothes. We knew it'd be great to put on clothing better adapted to the part of the desert we were headed for.
Be careful, you guys.
You gals, too. And thanks for everything.
I can't stand goodbye. I always cry like a baby.
I promise, we'll go see your show as soon as we have time.
You better stick to that promise if you don't want to piss off a Marine, cutie.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Goodbye, girls. I'll never forget you.
We won't forget you either. Bye.